Hello everyone, my name is José Carregado and I am a project manager at Optimal Structural Solutions in Portugal. I would like to thank you for this opportunity for us at Compinova to share our work at the Future Tech Week. I will be talking to you about the future perspectives of this technology with regards to industrial NDT applications. Throughout this presentation, I will start by introducing Optimal, before giving you an overview of the industrial needs for NDT inspection with emphasis on composites manufacturing. This overview will then be followed by a description of our role within the project as industrial partners. And finally, towards the end, I will highlight what you can expect from our project as it moves towards its conclusion. Now, to give you a brief overview of Optimal as a company, we are located in Cascais, roughly 40 minutes travel from Lisbon Airport, and we have 8,000 square meters dedicated to engineering and manufacturing. Currently at Optimal, we are capable of closing the full cycle of a product's development, starting out with engineering, designing and optimizing a concept via structural and fluid analysis, moving towards the design of tooling and its manufacture, and to composites production. We have several methods available, ranging from autoclave to RTM, hot press, infusion, and we are also capable of trimming composites and painting them. We close this cycle with our quality assurance capabilities, which include a CMM inspection machine, ultrasound, and testing facilities. Depending on the method, our manufacturing capacity can range from 1 to 10,000 composite units. We also dedicate our time to the development and manufacturing of special equipment. To give you a couple examples, on the left-hand side you can see a large automated device which was used to rotate composite wing panels. And on the right-hand side you can see a vacuum sling which our client used to move those panels across their factory. This slide shows you some of the things we have worked on over the years. On the left-hand side, we see examples of finite element analysis performed on the Airbus A350 fuselage and also in a couple of Le Mans prototype chassis. The photographs in the middle of the slide show you one of these chassis and also some bodywork panels Optimal has manufactured for an hypercar. On the right-hand side, you see an antenna for the Galileo ground station segment and also a fixed wing we developed for a C-class catamaran boat. I would now like to talk to you about the industrial perspectives of future NDT technologies. NDT technologies are particularly interesting for the manufacture of composite parts and structures, not only to repair damaged structures, but also to iterate and refine the manufacturing processes of very specific and demanding prototype components. These technologies are often used to detect voids and delaminations within the parts for further removal of the material and placing of patches in the area to repair. If we think of traditional NDT technologies, such as ultrasound, phased array, TOF, or X-ray techniques, and these are the most common and widespread across the industry. Of course, there are new technologies being implemented, such as drones and image correlation techniques, but these are not yet so much widespread across the industry. If we think of the traditional technologies, we soon realize that these are mostly manual, time-consuming, required specialized personnel, and are overall expensive to have and to use. So we believe the industry, in particular the composites and aeronautical industry, require new methods. Methods that are reliable, that produce repeatable results, not liable to human error. Methods that are fast, which are automated and can be used during the downtime of a factory. Methods that are also, so to speak, user-friendly, that require no special long-term training of a technician or no specific proficiency in engineering. And above all, methods that are cost-efficient, that require no expensive consumables and have overall low maintenance. For Optimal, Compinova means the opportunity to be a part of the development of a novel NDT technology that is likely to have a major impact throughout the aeronautical and composites industry. Our role is also to supply aeronautical composite parts for testing and to overall help understand the viability of this technology in future industrial applications. So how can Compinova meet the industry needs we have just identified? Well, it is automated, making it reliable and less likely to be affected by human errors. It is fast and can be used during the downtime of a factory. It requires minimal human oversight and no specific proficiency in engineering or electronics. And overall, it is cost efficient, requires low maintenance, and has no expensive consumables associated to it. It is now time to tell you what you can expect from the Compinova technology. Our laboratorial tests at small scale have shown that this technology has several advantages in an industrial scenario. It is particularly suited for large-sized parts. It is especially useful during the downtime of a factory, and it can be advantageous to have a squad of robots working simultaneously with different modules, as infrared thermography and phased array work at different stages and at different timescales in the detection of defects. We have a couple challenges we will tackle still, one of which is exploiting this technology's potential to work as collaborative robots alongside humans assisting in the manufacturing and repair of composite structures. And of course, the other is to tune and optimize the testing time as much as we can. The next step for the Compinova technology is to perform trials on an actual aircraft panel. We have designed a curved panel with omega-shaped stringers, and we at Optimal went through the full cycle of developing a tool, designed, machined, and controlled the geometry before using this tool to perform a cure in autoclave. For this panel, we have used unidirectional pre-impregnated tapes with T800 fibers from Toray. These fibers are extensively used in aircraft structural applications, including in the Airbus A380. Additionally, we have included Dexmet copper mesh to accurately reproduce the lightning strike protection usually employed in composite aircraft. And finally, we gave our panel a military-grade aircraft paint scheme. The trials on the aircraft composite panel will assess firstly the integration of the phased array and infrared thermography modules on the Vortex robot platform, and also the success of the material removal and patch placement repair setup. The last step will then be to join all the technologies together in order to determine the total cost of ownership of the Compinova technology. To do so, we will estimate the capital expenditure and the operational expenditure required for each module and ultimately for the whole technology. We will end up with a fair estimate of how much this technology would cost to the end user, which is the same as to say to the industrial client. I have reached the end of my presentation. I would like to thank you very much for your attention and invite you to pose any questions you might have.